Greetings, fellow mathematicians. Today brings an investigation about subtraction. Think about what you already know about subtraction. Talk to a friend about subtraction, and when you're ready to share, do that. We've investigated subtracting two-digit numbers using place value and compensation. Today we're going to investigate subtracting 3- and 4-digit numbers using place value and using compensation. We're going to select cards to make two 3-digit numbers so that the 1s and 10s digits in the number that we are subtracting are higher than the 10s and 1s digits in the number that we are subtracting from. What number sentence did we make? Did we make 972 minus 589? Are the 10s and 1s digits in the number we are subtracting higher than the 10s and 1s digits in the number we are subtracting from? Because they are, we can subtract using place value, partitioning, and friends of 10. Let's start by recording an open, empty number line and place the number we are subtracting from on the right end of the number line so that we have room to get smaller as we subtract. So we're subtracting 589. Will we subtract the whole 589 at the same time, or could we subtract the hundreds first? How many hundreds do we have? Do we have 9 hundreds? How many hundreds are we subtracting? Are we subtracting 5 hundreds? We've investigated counting backwards by hundreds, and we found that the 10s and 1s digits don't change because we're subtracting 0 10s and 0 1s. Because we have 972, if we subtract 500, will we have exactly 400, or will we have some 10s and 1s as well? Will we have 472? So we've subtracted the hundreds. Let's subtract the 10s. We want to subtract to a place value. Because we're subtracting 10s, we want to subtract to a hundreds number. We want to subtract to 400. Because we have 472, if we subtract some 10s, will we have exactly 400, or will we have some 1s as well? Will we have 402? We have 472. If we subtract 7 10s, will we have 402? How did we partition the 80? We've subtracted 70, so did we partition 80 into 70 and 10? Do we have another 10 to subtract? How could we subtract the 10? We have 402 and we want to subtract 10. What does place value tell us about 400? Is 400 40 10s? If we have 40 10s and we subtract 1 10, will we have 39 10s left? Will we have 390? Because we have 402, if we subtract 10, will we have exactly 390, or will we have some 1s as well? Will we have 392? So we've subtracted the hundreds and the 10s. Let's subtract the 1s. We want to subtract to a place value. Because we're subtracting 1s, we want to subtract to a 10s number. We want to subtract to 390. How many 1s do we have? Do we have 2 1s? If we subtract 2 1s, will we just have the 300 and the 9 10s left? Will we have 390? How did we partition the 9? We've subtracted 2, so did we partition 9 into 2 and 7? Do we have another 7 to subtract? How could we subtract the 7? What is 7's friend of 10? Is 7's friend of 10 3? If we have 390 and we subtract 7, will we just have 383 left? Does 972 minus 589 equal 383? Did we subtract 3-digit numbers using place value? Let's look closely at the numbers we subtracted. Did you notice that 589 is almost 600? Do you think we could use that to make our subtraction easier? How many less than 600 is 589? Is 589 11 less than 600? Could we subtract 600 and then add 11 to compensate for the extra 11 that we subtracted? What is 972 minus 600? Is 972 minus 600 372? What is 372 plus 11? Is 372 plus 11 383? That was much quicker. Looking at the numbers before we launch into a solution strategy can really save time and brain power. Extend your understanding of subtracting 3-digit numbers using place value and compensation to subtracting 4-digit numbers using place value and compensation. How could we investigate subtracting using place value and compensation to deepen our understanding? Select cards to make numbers. Subtract using place value. If the number you are subtracting is close to a place value, subtract using compensation. Reflect on your understanding by answering the question, how can we subtract 3 and 4-digit numbers?